Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Paula Marie, aka the EbonyBizDiva. How are you today? I'm excited because it's Wellness Wednesday and I will be sharing some things with you in 2022, especially on Wednesday. Hold on for a second. I got a cough. I'm telling you, every time I talk, I get a tickle. So I'm going to try to get through this the best way I know how. I also have a cough drop. But I wanted to make sure that I am sharing with you some wellness, nutritional fitness information. It's important for us in this year to be very intentional about our lives, and that's all facets of our lives. And some of you may not know, but let me introduce myself. I'm Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva, but also aka Black Girls Do Pilates too. I've been a Pilates instructor, certified Pilates instructor since 2006. 15 years I've been doing this thing, 15, 16 years now that I've been doing Pilates. I've owned my own brick and mortar Pilates studio. That's who I am. But I also teach all formats. And I've taught all formats for the last 20 years. I started with step and kickboxing and weightlifting, and the list goes on and on and on. And then I settled in on that Pilates. But managing and creating fitness programming for the last 20 years in the DMV, which stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia, has afforded me the opportunity to understand what works with people and also the psychology of what attracts people, but also what keeps people invested in the decisions that they've made for their businesses. So it's important for me to always be transparent and share with you. So today we're talking about the fitness trends that have been predicted to in 2022 to keep you super, super healthy. Now, let me tell you something we're talking about fitness trends. We're talking about the things that people are moving towards, and you may not be moving with the shift, and that's okay. You get to pick which modality works for you in terms of what connects to you, what draws you in, and what's going to keep you invested. Fitness is one of those things that everybody knows they need, but they just sometimes don't know how to fit it into the global scope of their day to day. And what I do with my clients is I help them to understand how do we connect those dots in a global sense to be able to help them understand that fitness is attainable and it doesn't always have to look like what the Joneses are doing, right? You pick the modalities that work for you and that speak to you. And it doesn't have to be the popular thing. So understand that this is just a projection. It is a trend, but it was interesting because the modalities that are inside of these fitness trends are not always the more popular ones. Hold on for a sec. Those popular trends are always going to be the ones that everybody's talking about. You see it glorified all over TV. It's the thing that everybody wants to do, but it's not always the thing that you do for the long term. Some of these are things that we definitely should be doing long term. So the number one trend or number one on the list is hybrid fitness, right? Hybrid fitness is more of a virtual and in person. Hybrid also works with a model of movement that's on two different ends of the spectrum, meaning more conditioning that includes cardio and strength, maybe some body weight exercises, but then we're also infusing in some mind body, some stretch, some yoga, some Pilates, some meditation as well. So being able to get those hybrid type of workouts in, also moving in a direction where we're not working out for hours on end. It really doesn't take that long, people. You just have to be consistent with the workout that you get. But a good 45 minutes is actually the max that you can do. And if you do that 3 times a week consistently, you're going to see the results with some amazing nutritional changes in your diet. So don't Don't be the New Year's resolutioner that wants to go in and work out 2 hours at a time. What's going to happen is you're going to peter out. You're going to get tired. Who has 2 hours in their day, however many days a week? Like, no one has that. Okay. Don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it to yourself. I'm going to say it again. Just don't do it to yourself. Okay. Like, don't. I'm going to say it one more time. Don't do it to yourself. I've seen people crash and burn too many times where they try to do this business model and it just doesn't work for them. And the reason why it doesn't work for them is because it's too much time. And we just don't have that. And in today's world, we're really trying to like collapse time. We're really trying to figure out how can we get it in and still juggle all the other balls that we have to juggle inside of our business. So the first thing is more of a hybrid or virtual options, especially with these new variants of COVID, especially when you may not know if the gym is following safe protocols. Let me tell you, as a fitness manager and someone that was really like on the ground floor of making sure that my facility was not only up to code, but also making sure that it was safe for my team to come back and work in. Okay. I wasn't thinking about the members. I was thinking about my team. If my team's going to leave their house to come and teach and train the members, I need this environment to be safe for my team because we're in it more hours out of the day than the average member. So those virtual options are going to be a lot more interesting to us. And I don't want you to feel like you can't get a great workout. You can absolutely get an amazing workout just from sitting in a virtual environment in the comfort of your own home. It takes community, it takes consistency to be able to really push through that. And I know that if that's your New Year's resolution for your life resolution, then you're definitely going to be able to meet that goal. Now, competitions are good. So challenges that you see popping off, 10-day challenges, 20-day challenges, 30-day challenges. You want to make sure that you are really like pushing people through and moving them through that environment. Actually, when I'm going to be announcing a 15-day challenge, right? Because I feel like it's super important for us as entrepreneurs to be able to not only move through our business in a systematic way, but also cultivate some systems when it comes to our health and our nutrition. So we're definitely going to be moving through that 15-day challenge. I'm trying to decide, do I do 15 days or do I do 28 days? I'm kind of on a cusp. So in a couple of days, all will be revealed. But those challenges are ways for you to stay committed because we go hard in the paint for a good 30 to 45 days and then we peter out. And I've known this consistently as a trainer because my clients are all in the first 30 days. And then life starts to happen and kind of swiggle its way in. And then it's canceled appointments and sometimes some no-shows. And then, 3 months in, it's like, oh, I think I'm going to cut this from my rhythm. So if that's your trajectory, if you've gone through that journey before, definitely say me in the comments, right? And I'll know what you're talking about. So competitions are good because they create a habit and they also help to cultivate a community because normally you're inside of a community working together systematically, right? Now, third on the list, which is my favorite, let me take a sip on this. Yoga and Pilates are going to increase in 2022. Now, y'all know, okay, I'm not known as Black Girls Do Pilates too because yoga and Pilates just became the thing, okay? Pilates has been the thing, okay? And the reason why is because I think in this new world that we're living in, we're getting burned out. We're paying more attention to the stress levels in our bodies. We're paying more attention to the need to calm down, to stretch, to breathe, to release thought from our brain matter, right? To just be. There's a strength, a quiet strength in just being. And so yoga and Pilates allows you to do that. But it's a practice that you take off the mat. If it's taught right, you take the yoga and the Pilates off the mat. So now we're able to do all of these things, create all of these functionalities in our day to day. Whether we're at work, whether we're driving, whether we're on a phone, whether we're on a Zoom call, whether we're in a grocery store, wherever we are, we're able to take those functionalities that we're learning inside of the yoga and the Pilates classes and decompress, right? So it will definitely become more popular. It's always been that way. Excuse me. And that is one of the modalities that my clients will be getting inside of the Problem Slayer Academy. So all of my business clients that are inside of that 6-month group coaching program will receive weekly virtual classes that are launched from my virtual online studio, and they have access to that. It's important for us to understand also a different way to move, right? How do we move our bodies in a different way that's a little bit more freeing and that creates more space for us to become a little bit more pliable, a little bit more loose in terms of going with the flow, not being so stringent, and really understanding that sometimes life happens and we just got to flow with it. Yoga and Pilates will definitely help you to be able to do that. See, self-care. Understanding that self-care needs to be a part of your workout. And what does that look like? Does it look like getting a massage? Does it look like going to the chiropractor? Does it look like having someone come in and prepare your meals? Does it mean getting your nails done? Because when you get your nails done, you're turned off, you're relaxed, you're decompressed. Whatever self-care looks like and means for you, that's what it needs to be. So make sure that you understand self-care isn't just like a physical action. It's also like a mental release. It's the way that we exercise our mental, right? From stimulation. Like we just kind of pull that. It's a recovery, a mental recovery, as well as a physical recovery. Let me take another sip. Excuse me. Now, also a trend is that smaller gyms are going to be more prevalent. This is exciting for me because, as I said in the intro, I used to own my own brick and mortar Pilates studio. It is super difficult during that time to keep a studio going when you're competing with these big box brands and corporations, fitness corporations. So please, if you see a smaller studio, whether it's a CrossFit, whether it's a Pilates studio or yoga studio, definitely go inside, ask questions, ask all the questions that you have, write them out before you get there, understand how they maintain their cleanliness, ask them specific questions about their why, how they were able to stay open throughout. That's important. I will say I worked for a Pilates studio in Northern Virginia, and they stayed open because the members did not let their membership go, even during COVID, even during shutdown. That speaks volumes. That means that the members loved and respected that studio enough that they invested their monthly into that studio to keep that studio open and afloat. Because when COVID is over and said and done with, they knew they wanted to come back to that space. So if you get to a studio or one of these boutique fitness facilities that have that type of story, then that means that they're doing something right by those clients, that those clients want to invest their monthly memberships to keep that studio afloat and to make sure the studio owners win. So there is something that says a lot about really supporting small businesses and the customer service that's delivered inside of those smaller boutique type of fitness facilities as well. Now, your classic routines, this is next on the list, number 6. Classic routines will be go to workouts, meaning sometimes we don't want to do the big fancy like over the top like multiple routine type of things. Sometimes we just want to do the basics. We're going to go back to what classically works, and sometimes you don't know what classically works because maybe you haven't done it enough. But understand that classic routines could be, oh, I'm just going to do a Pilates video today. It could be I'm just going to do this 15-minute chair movement because I don't have time to do a whole like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, right? And that's your go-to. But most people have a go-to. Make sure that you claim 2 to 3 go-tos, right? 2 to 3 go-tos. That way you can pick and choose. My 2 to 3 go-tos are always going to be barbell because I love lifting weights and I love lifting heavy. It's always going to be kettlebell because, again, I love the cardio component of lifting and how it builds my heart rate up really, really quickly. And then my stretching at the end. Those are going to be my go-to. So even if I just do like 20 minutes of Pilates, it's going to be my 3 go-tos, right? If I can't think of what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go to my go-tos. So it's important for you to have a go-to routine because then you don't have to think about it. There are going to be days that you don't want to think about what am I going to do today. So you want to have those go-tos and or support a virtual studio where you can definitely sign up. You don't have to think about it. The videos are there. You just sign up for the classes that you want for that day. You just pick which one you want. Excuse me. Now, the last thing on the list is that people will select a workout based on their moods. So what does that mean? It means one day you may do the elliptical. It means another day you may do weights. It means another day you may do Pilates. Because your mood may shift, make sure that you go back to number 6 and have some go-to workouts that align with the different moods that you may have. You may not have the energy or be in the mood for something that's high energy, but you definitely want to have something available on the days when you feel like I can get it. Is your high energy a 30-minute workout or 15-minute workout? You get to decide, but also remember what I said. We don't have to have hour end workouts. We can have a good 40-minute workout and be good. You can get your cardio, your strength, and your stretch all in 40 minutes. Too easy. So let's think a little bit smarter about how we're working out our go-to workouts and aligning those go-to workouts with the moods that we generally are in. So if you're looking for some high energy options, I've got boot camps are really great. And boot camps are good because you don't have to have all the equipment for a boot camp. Most boot camps don't have any equipment at all because you're outside, right? So if you don't have the dumbbell, why don't you get 2-gallon jugs of water, right? You can have a jump rope. You can purchase that anywhere. You can buy dumbbells anywhere. So boot camps are really good. Remember, the thing about a boot camp is that it's not about the continuous action of a particular exercise. It literally is about going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next. A boot camp is about getting your heart rate up fast. It is about constant movement. It is about variation of movement and motion, right? It is about working upper body, lower body. It is about engaging core. and it is about breath work. So it happens really fast, and it gets all of those neurons in the body moving and working and connecting. HIIT is another high energy workout, right? Indoor cycling. Those Pelotons have been amazing. People are buying Pelotons like crazy. You can't even find a Peloton now if you wanted to, because people are buying them and they're on the wait list to get them. So indoor cycling is going to be your best friend during this year as well. Circuit training is another high energy option where you go from strength to cardio to core to cardio to upper body to lower body to core. It's just a way to move from one exercise to another in a circuit that gives you a total comprehensive workout. We've got power yoga. Power yoga is where we're working on the total complete body and making sure that we are strengthening and conditioning with the breath work of yoga. Weightlifting is my favorite. Weightlifting is really great for women, and most women miss the boat when it comes to weight training. We feel like it's not really for us, but in terms of slowing down osteoporosis, in terms of cutting down your inches and making your inches smaller, right? Your waistline, inches in your arms, your thighs, weight training is going to be your best friend. Weight is weight. So fat, 15 pounds of fat is the same as 15 pounds of muscle. However, 15 pounds of fat looks different on the body than 15 pounds of muscle. So make sure that you are adding some weight training to your workout, ladies. Now, kickboxing is that high energy cardio type of workout that's going to get you up and moving and going. I taught kickboxing, and I used to teach a 30-minute kickboxing class. So again, we're not going to be in here working out like for hours on end. Like 25 minutes of kickboxing, 5 to 7 minutes of stretch, and you're good to go. So those are some high energy options, and all of these are included inside of my virtual online studio. So if you're interested in knowing more information about that, definitely click the link that is inside of the description. Now for some restorative options. Number one on the list is the Pilates reformer. If you follow me, you know this is my thing. This is my ace. This is where I live. I am a Pilates certified Pilates reformer trainer, and I'm also a gyrotonic trainer as well. So when it comes to Pilates, we have the equipment base, which is the reformer, and then there's some other pieces of apparatus you can use as well. The reason why the reformer works so well is because the reformer places your body in the exact perfect place it should be. All you have to do is put your hands and your feet in the straps, and you need the expert trainers to be able to guide you through the breath work and the core work that aligns with that movement. But it is the absolute best workout on the planet. If you're in the DMV, hit me up because I can definitely take you to my studio in DC. Also, hot yoga because it releases the toxins in the body. And our body creates a lot of toxins from the food that we eat, the water that we drink, and also the air that we breathe. Also, loosening up and releasing the muscle fascia that gets really, really tight, right? We need that heat to be able to like open up those muscle fibers a little bit more, and also to release the stress and the tension, because we are living in a world where there is stress hitting us from all areas. So you definitely want to be able to do that. And hot yoga is one of the modalities that will help you with that. Yin yoga is another one, which is where we are moving through the pull and the push of different muscle groups in the body. Mat Pilates, you can do that anywhere. All you need is a mat. In fact, you don't even need a mat. You just need a towel, a piece of carpet, right? And we're going to work on really strengthening and aligning the body. Then there's restorative yoga, there's hatha yoga, and then there's ballet. Now, all of these can be done either in the privacy of your own home, which goes back to those 7 fitness trends of 2022, or you can get to these by supporting a small boutique studio. Because remember, these big box fitness facilities are not in trend for 2022. People are still dealing with the cleanliness aspect of COVID. Are gyms as clean as they should be? And that's a whole nother conversation. So we won't even get into that. However, I could get into that because remember, that was my job. Okay. So if you have questions about that, definitely hit me up on the back end. Now, people exercising with friends is another big trend. So hire an instructor and have a class via Zoom. Um, Go to a boutique studio and have a specialized class. This is a really great way for you to do something different, step outside your comfort zone, and still get some health and fitness benefits intact. And then people love to dance. So when it comes to dancing, you want to get that heart rate up with some cardio. There's some pole dance options. Hip hop is always great. Zumba is all the rage. Ballet, Latin, salsa, jazz, contemporary, modern, Bollywood, ballroom, swing, tap. You pick whatever speaks to your spirit. But remember, dancing is a really great way to burn calories, get the heart rate up, increase the oxygen levels in your body, and also to really help your lungs to work at maximum capacity, right? And then my favorite on this list is TikTok, because when you're moving on TikTok, that's actually a workout. And I like TikTok. So that was the last thing on the list, was TikTok. And I thought that was cute. So listen, when it comes to the fitness trends of 2022, you've got a lot to think about, right? But what I want you to think about is, how can you infuse a couple of these? Just pick two or three, right? How can we infuse them? And then how we're going to move through these throughout the year, right? Because when you become bored, then you've got something else on your list you can pick up. And you've got permission to change that thing up however you want. But I want you to understand, when it comes to your wellness, to your fitness, to your health, it is absolutely important for you to make yourself a priority. And it's absolutely important for you to understand you can change the game whenever you want. Don't stop moving at whatever cost. And always make sure that you bring your village, your tribe in with you, so you not only have support, but that it becomes more fun. If you're going to be healthy, the people in your tribe should be healthy as well. All right, I'm done. I'm Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva, aka Black Girls Do Pilates Too. This was the Wellness Wednesday edition of the 22 fitness trends. I'm sorry, the top fitness trends of 2022. Make sure that you incorporate all of these, and also check out the Wellness Reset Retreat in sunny Puerto Rico this July the 13th through the 18th, which is our wellness retreat for women only. There are a few more spots left, and there's definitely payment plans available. Click the link in the description to check it out. All righty. Bye.